Hey, what is going on? My name is Steven. I am the Nashville board game guy, and I'm here with
the Huzzah King.
The Huzzah King. What is your actual name?
I can't tell them that yet.
His name is Daniel.
Spoilers. Come on.
Daniel. So Daniel is with me today, and we're very excited to talk about a game we've been playing a lot recently. And Daniel, what game is that?
Robot Quest Arena.
Robot Quest Arena from
Huzzah!
There it is, from Wise Wizard Games. It is a 2 to 4 player game. It is, I believe, 30 to 60 minutes, and 12 and up is the ages on the back of the box. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but just kind of diving into it here. Shall we just dive in?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. Here we go. So the first time I ever opened up this box, and it made that beautiful, is it going to do it? We'll see.
I know. Let's see. Beautiful sound.
Nothing. So, you know, I'll just do it for
There's
it.
not enough air.
The sound of joy is what I call it. But the first time I ever opened up the box and I gazed upon the beautiful, beautiful components, I kind of had high hopes that I was in for something good, something really fun. The board is beautiful. The quality component of the cards. There's like these thick cardstock kind of player boards for the little characters and the little robots you're going to be playing.
This is the back of the board.
That's the back of the board. It's beautiful. There we go. There's the actual board.
Here's the front.
It's great. So it's a battle arena board. But the first time I opened it, I had high hopes. And spoiler alert, we are having a lot of fun with this game. So there's some of the little cardstock of the different characters. But in this game, you're playing as these little kids. You're sending your robots into the battle arena, what you just saw. And you're trying to get the most glory, the most fame, and the most points by knocking out the other robots. So, Daniel, what is your favorite component in this game, though?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there?
A few more.
You're doing great.
You're
doing great.
These,
those are kind of like
obstacles.
These are obstacles. There's spaces on the board. There are things you can enter, and they might interact differently game to game depending on how you set up the board. So there they are.
Yeah, there we go. There's a few.
All kinds of cool
They're
things.
Fun. Okay, favorite part.
Okay, favorite
Here
part.
we go. Robots.
The robots.
Look at this one. It's a pink dog, and it's got a smiley face.
It is.
It's so adorable.
It is a happy little pink
It's
robot
very
dog.
happy. A happy robot.
Yeah.
We like happy robots. Let's see. We got this one.
Yep.
And,
He's looking good.
And we got this one.
This
It's
one right
got
here.
tire tracks or tank tracks on it.
Little Tank tracks.
Little,
I think his name is Tank. And then what's your favorite one, Daniel?
Hold up. I'm still showing
Oh,
them
he's still
off.
going. Okay,
Yeah,
the best
I know.
for last.
This one's kind of like a spider. What's the thing that cleans
It
the
kind of,
ground?
it looks like a
on the ground?
Roomba.
A Roomba, that's
It's like
it.
a little
But it's got
Roomba
legs.
looking.
A Roomba with legs.
Yep.
And we got a Gonk droid.
Gonk droid.
I'd say Gonk from kind of Star Wars.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, we can say that.
influence
Some
was
inspiration
there. Yeah.
taken from other things.
And my favorite is this one. Huzzah.
Yes!
This makes me think it might be influenced by RoboCop Ed 209 from
Ed 209.
the RoboCop
Oh, yeah.
movies. Oh, yeah.
We're
Just
big
no
RoboCop
arms.
fans.
Huzzah.
Oh, yeah. So cool. But they're pre-painted, as you can see.
the
And
painting's
also,
great.
just a little kind of a heads up, there are some extra Kickstarter robots or expansion robots that are added in there as well. I believe there's just 4 in the base game, but they look awesome. Right, Daniel?
Yes, they look amazing.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Daniel can't help but gaze upon the robots' beauty. So, yeah. And thank you for that, though, Daniel, showing off the robots there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So let's talk about what kind of game this is and also how to play the game. So it is a deck building game. And there are a lot of great deck building games out there. I mean, you guys have probably played like Dune Imperium.
Keep the Heroes
Keep
Out.
the Heroes Out is kind of a newer, cool one. Dominions, like the OG deck building. So when you're thinking about a deck building game, and this game has this included, is there is a market. And within the market, these new cards keep coming out. And on your turn, you have the opportunity to buy cards, add them to your discard, actually. You'll go into your hand eventually. But that's going to be creating new ways that you can interact and try to take out the other players' cute little robots on the board and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Daniel, do you like the deck building aspect of this game?
I love the deck building. What I hate about the deck building part is whenever you have the marketplace in front of you and you're like, oh, that card just came out. I need to buy it. But yet it's still, 2 turns away from your turn. And then someone like this guy buys the card that you're really hoping or wanting,
I'm just trying to keep an eye on you and see what cards you want. I directly buy those cards.
I think so. I think you're just like, oh,
yeah, it's out of spite and fun. So it's like the perfect combo. So your hate is actually kind of a positive.
Yeah, a little bit. It builds some anxiety as you're like, just hurry up and get to my turn.
Yes.
Quit looking at your cards. Just hurry up and finish your turn. Do your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to hit me? Are you going to buy a card? Move on.
Right. And but what's really cool is in this game, the turns are incredibly easy. They're super snappy. It's going around the table and it's your turn before you know it. But yeah, as you get cards in the game, like Daniel was talking about, there's that really fun anxiety, that kind of tension that's across the whole table where you might be eyeing a card and you're trying not to give away exactly that's the one you're looking for, And it also depends on what you draw into your hand, if you can even buy the card, right?
Oh, yeah. But even, whatever you drew in your hand, you're sitting there going, you're looking at your opponent on the board and you're just like, oh man, you got to stay there. Don't move because I have the right cards to get up there and just whoop up on you.
Right.
Like I can do some serious damage.
Yes.
Or you're like thinking like your play, like your turn, what you're going to do. And then all of a sudden your opponent does something else or, moves on the other side of the board or comes over and attacks you and knocks you across the board. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. So it's a highly tactical game. Every turn, everything is going to be different. You can't absolutely plan out what's going to happen because like Daniel said, things going to be changing. They're going to change up. And I personally think that's what makes this game super fun is that you're just kind of reacting to how other players are reacting.
Oh yeah, the replay value is
it's off the charts. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yes. And the other thing that's cool in this game is that it's not super punishing, so you can get blasted. And in this game, every robot has these little cubes, and the cubes represent your health. And you can also have cards that come out. If you buy a card that's like a defense card, it's going to go out in front of you. And it will have a cube on it as well. Instead of losing health, you'll lose your defense cubes first. But everything, when you knock another player's cube or you're damaging them at all, you gain that cube, and it's a point. And the cool thing is when you get knocked out of the game, like I was saying, it's not super punishing because you get to reposition and look at the board, and you're like, I'm going to show up somewhere and do some major damage. And some fool is going to get it, and that's a lot of fun in this game too. So even though you're knocked out, you're just going to come right back in.
I mean, that happened to me during one of the games we played. I was down by like 10 points.
Yes.
And I was frustrated. I was like, man, there's no way I'm able to come back. And I had like 2 points, and everyone had like 10, 12 points. And I did. And what happened? What was the end result of that game?
The end result is, begrudgingly, I have to admit that the Huzzah King here, Daniel, did win the game.
I did.
He triggered everything just right.
The skin of my teeth.
Yeah, and, and it has a really
drew
cool...
the right cards,
You
too.
did draw the right
Got lucky
cards.
on that.
Yes. So, but there's a cool, a nice quick in-game trigger as well. There's a limited amount of blue cubes out the top of the board. And the blue cubes, once the last one's gone, it's game over. And that's it. So there's this really cool timing mechanism where you're kind of watching to see and anticipate when the game's going to be over. So, that's kind of like a quick-ish overview of how the game plays. It's a deck-building game with a board. The cards are going to be allowing you to move around the board, to attack other players on the board, and also the cards that you're going to draw are going to be able to buy more cards to go into your discard, which will come back into your hand, which then you'll just do everything I just
Rinse
said.
and repeat.
Do it all over again.
Yep.
Yes. So
and navigate cool little robots fighting and beating up on each other.
Yes. Yeah. And you can make like little robot sounds while you're doing it, like I don't know.
Beep,
anyway, yeah.
cheep,
So,
cheep, cheep,
but
cheep.
Daniel, who would you say this game is for?
I'd say it's for everyone. It does say ages 12 and up, but the rules are pretty simple. I mean, we have kids 8, 9, 10 that are playing games like Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Star Wars Unlimited. So I would say that a game like this is much simpler.
Yeah.
Definitely much more engaging because you actually have figures on the board. So I would say it's for everyone. I mean, I'd say it's for young players. I'd say it's for casual players. And I'd say it's for people that are into deep 4, 5, 6 hour games because it's a quick game. You can get it on the table, quick setup, quick teach, and you're playing it. And you're over, and you're like, oh, hey, we played this a couple times in an evening. So,
yeah. And I totally agree with everything. I just echo everything you said. And I think this is a really great game. If it's like you just played kind of a longerish game, you still have a little bit of time, 45 minutes, an hour, and you're like, let's get in a quick game of Robot Quest Arena. And just have a little robot battle before the end of the night. It's not too brain burning, but it's got fun choices, and it's going to keep you coming back. So, let's talk about some things we like about this game. So we're moving on to that little segment here. Daniel, you go first. What do you like?
Deck building, love it.
Yep.
Love the marketplace. Most deck builders, I'd say I really enjoy. Highlight buying cards, blah, 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 building your hand, etc. Trying to come up with these cool combos. Quick setup, quick teardown.
Yep.
Easy play. I don't know. I mean, as much as I love big, massive 4 or 5 hour games, because we do.
Yes,
we play a lot
we love
of them.
epic games.
Yes, brain burning, but it's
with
also
lots of theme.
But more and more, we've just been gravitating towards like quick games, get them up, set up, play, tear down. It's really nice because then you can play a couple of those games.
Yep.
So that's what's nice about this. You get a couple games.
Yep.
So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, and this was a game where I played it. This was like my 5th play, I think, the last time I've played it. So it's still kind of, I mean, I'm a little past the first impression zone, but this game I was like, oh, I hope Daniel likes it because I like it and I want to keep playing it.
Yes.
And he did.
Do.
He
I
did.
do, huzzah.
Yeah, and it was your second play. I think you played this game
is my
twice.
second time.
Yeah. So I was like, it's very
I got
happy.
Destroyed the first time, but
You
this
did.
time I won.
Yep, and it was a great victory.
And I don't win very much, do I? Not very much,
Make it,
no.
He likes the co-op
I'll
games.
admit.
He likes
I
to
like
win
co-op.
with everybody.
I like to win with everybody. If we're going to lose, we lose with everybody.
Yeah, but you won the game. You did a great job, and that's the thing I like about this game is that it can bring in different kind of gamers, like Daniel said. Together, you could play a really quick, fun game of Robot Quest Arena, and it seems to be a hit with everybody I've played it with. I played it with my brother-in-law's dad. I've played it with my nieces and nephew. I've played it with Daniel, who's like a thematic, co-op gamer more, but people have been enjoying this one. That's cool. I like the deck building, like you said. I'll just repeat that. I think this is a simple, you see the symbols on the card. It's not that hard to figure out what you're doing. It's punchy, fighty, which is fun. And the robots are super cute.
Yeah, they are.
And and they all have asymmetrical cool powers too, which kind of, you start off a little bit differently than all the other robots. And I like that about the game. So do we recommend Robot Quest Arena from Wise Wizard Games, Daniel?
Huzzah.
I would take that as a yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We both recommend it. Can't recommend it highly enough. It's been getting some really good buzz. It's been out, I don't know, about a year now. They did an expansion that's going to be coming out soon. Definitely, if you get the chance to get this one, give it a try. But I think you could just buy it right off the shelf and have a great time. So we recommend Robot Quest Arena. And as we sign off, we just had a quick question for you. And that is, who is your favorite robot from a TV show or a movie? Daniel, who's your favorite robot?
R2-D2.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I know.
I was not expecting that.
Come on, man. I had when I was 4, I had an R2-D2 birthday cake.
That's pretty
It was epic.
That is.
And it was like the best birthday I ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't even have to go on a Robot Quest. It just showed up to you.
No, it was, it was there.
Robot Quest Arena.
Huzzah.
Go buy it. Play it. You'll love it. Boom. We'll see you next time.